All right, so taking a look at our Strongholds recharge from last night, I think first scrim together, we didn't discuss any strats or anything before, but I will say that the team that I was on before this, we were just really good at Strongholds. Relative to any other game type, it was like way exceeded the level that we were at on anything else. And I feel like this team has a lot of teamwork, a lot of coordination, and a lot of guys willing to listen and adapt their gameplay. So hopefully we can take some takeaways from what I've found made us successful in the last team, and what we can do strength wise on this team to be successful at Strongholds. First thing I'd like to do though is just bring up the game coach and kind of just talk a little bit about like what I think about Strongholds. So first, and let me switch this to Strongholds. I am not the player who's going to set and hold a cross. I know that there are some pretty successful crosses at lower levels where you can set like top A, bottom A, set in on the commando. And this guy's watching all of ACAD and Mangler, and then this guy's either half wall watching big door, or he's bat ledge, watching C, and you want to force them to spawn C over and over and over again. You've got two guys double crossing for this guy, and again, this guy's either like half wall, he could be needles technically and get some early shots. This guy, again, his whole job is to look this way. These two guys' whole job is to look this way, and everybody's just watching each other. And this is fine, and it works at lower levels, but once you get into higher levels where teams are coordinated, the biggest thing that we are foregoing with this kind of setup is we are giving the other team tempo. And what I mean by tempo is we are allowing them the opportunity to break our setup. And the way that I play Strongholds, I think, is kind of the opposite of that. We don't ever allow them to break our setup because we're just going to keep running at them. But in this scenario, if you're in like a low Onyx, Diamond Lobby, whatever, what's going to happen is these guys all die. This guy spawns up and says, all right, it's my turn to go and kill somebody. And so he starts running this way, and he gets here and gets shot by this guy and dies. Or he gets here, turns, and starts shooting this way, and then these two guys are just crossing, and this is perfect for this guy because he doesn't care if he stands top tower until the end of time. It doesn't make any difference to us at all because there's no zones in top tower. He's doing absolutely nothing useful on the map. He's just sitting here and wasting time. Okay, so first guy comes and does that. Second guy, before their teammates comes up, is like, okay, well, that didn't work. I'm going to curb slide off this box and go gold stairs, and he just immediately gets melted by these guys and dies. And then these two guys come up, and before this guy spawns, they're doing weird stuff. He's jumping mid-map and shooting. This guy's running a cat. Teams are not coordinated, and they get punished for it at lower levels. And this will work. You can win a lot of games against uncoordinated teams this way. But a coordinated team is going to be like, okay, I'm the first spawner. I'm going to go grab the shroud screen. And while I'm doing that, this guy's spawning up, and he's planning on hitting this box as soon as I shroud something. These two guys are actually going to go into tower together, and he's going to set mid stairs, wait on the other guy to get in position, who's going to come like right here, bottom of white. And they're going to peek at the exact same time and just fry this guy. Or even if they don't fry him, it doesn't really matter because he's going to have to back down. And when he backs down, these two guys now can cross. This guy goes A-cat, this guy goes bottom. While all that's happening, this guy is down in the pit, and he's going to shroud like A-cat and Mangler so that the two guys here can't see, and he's going to jump up Whirlpool. So as this guy says, oh, they're coming, these guys all get distracted and start looking that way. This guy jumps up and starts shooting people in the back. This guy's curb sliding off this box and going to kill the guy that these two shot here. And so now he's dead. And then, whatever happens in here, we'll say that everybody trades, right? There's a bunch of trades. This guy is going to catch this guy off guard. Boom, dead. Now he's capping A. Now this guy's capping B. And now we're spawning at C in the place that we don't, that we think is an advantage for us to put the other team. So Now they flipped our setup, and now if we're a staggered team and uncoordinated, we are going to be doing the same thing. And guess what? They're all spawning today, and now they have the setup that we have. So first, obviously, as a team, we need to go over some of these breaks and like ideas of like how to coordinate a push together to make sure that we are timing and complementing the things that our team is doing. But I'm just throwing all this out the window because I don't think this is how you want to play Strongholds. In my opinion, how you play Strongholds is you win a fight. So whether that is at A, B, C, wherever, as soon as you get numbers, so you get them 2, 3 dead, you let them spawn wherever. So if we've got A and B and they're 2 dead, I'm telling everybody on the team to run at C. Like, we don't need an anchor. If we want an anchor, that's fine, but in my opinion, just run at the zone that they're spawning at and get there as 2 people spawn, and now you've got 4 people killing these 2 people. And even if you lose one, you've still got 3 people that are capping C, and you have A, and you have B. Guess what? These other 2 guys, while that's happening, they're going to be spawning at one of the 2 other zones. So let's say they spawn A while we leave A. So we just capped C. We've got B already. These 2 guys just spawned here. Now guess what we're going to do? We're going to go and we're going to run at A and kill these 2 guys while these 2 guys are spawning. And maybe these guys now spawn at C because we left C, and now this guy spawns B. He should already be thinking, depending on the numbers here, like, are we killing all of these guys? And if so, I should already be starting my way towards C because they don't have C, they don't have B. They're trying to cap A, but they can't cap A because we're killing them. So basically, the whole idea is that you can't really be objective efficient if you're dead. You don't have the opportunity to have tempo on us and set up a break that will beat our setup because there is no setup. The whole setup is run at the other team. And how do you stop a really aggressive team like this? You don't get in a zone, you turtle up and get all 4 of your members to spawn, and you make one of these places your home base, right? So I sit here and I wait, and all of my people are here, and we're just ratting like crazy to make sure that, you know, if somebody comes, it's at least an even fight. And guess what happens here? If they all wait here and we have A and B, number one, we're scoring this whole time. The only way that they get an advantage out of this is if they win this team fight. So if this 4v4 goes their way instead of our way. Because even if all 4 of us die, and let's say we're good and we take out 2 of them, they have to sit here and wait until they can cap C. Then they have to start running it at another stronghold. By the time they get to A or get to B, guess what? We're spawning at one of these zones. And when we spawn at one of these zones, now we aren't going to go to A where they're trying to go. We're going to go to the place that they're not at and take the thing over that they just capped, to just keep their advantage away from them again. Or even better, our team starts spawning here, and we, start getting out map, and there's nobody here, and then our other teammate just spawns long haul or spawns C, and he gets in for free. So the whole idea with Strongholds is to just put them in a blender. Whatever they're doing, we're not doing. If they're capping A, we're not capping A, we're capping C. When we don't have control. If they're in C and A, we go to the weak side and we fight for the weak side. We don't fight for the thing that they're capping, with the exception of when we put them in a blender. So if they're 2 down, we want to run at the 2 that are alive. So whatever zone they start capping, we want everybody sprinting at it. I don't care about covering any zones. I don't care about crosses. I want us to be like as aggressive as possible when we have advantage, to just end the game at that point, because they never can get back into the match because they're never going to be alive to do it. And the only time that they would be alive is if they all stay in one spot and we all come in when they start capping, and we just completely lose the fight like 3-1. So boom, now they can start getting to B, and they can start putting pressure on the map. So that's my big ideas. I would like to obviously, discuss it more in length with the team when we all get together. So we'll talk about that a little bit just in custom games and in matches to discuss like how to put pressure. But I don't like setting and like shooting crosses. I think that this gives better teams who are going to have good breaks the opportunity to shoot us back and to just get through. Um, and I don't want to give the other team ever a chance to get back into the match. I would rather them just be dead and constantly be cycled around the map. So let's take a look at the game, see what went right, what went wrong, because I think we had some conflicting philosophies where we're just not all on the same page about what we actually wanted to do here. So we'll start out with my POV. This other team's also pretty good, so give them some credit. They beat us in most of the matches. All right, so we got a kind of a 2-2 split. I kind of talked about this in the other VOD, but I don't necessarily like this. I also don't like just how quickly we gave up camo for free. Like Elite and JD are both in tower, but I would honestly prefer for you guys to just fight like a pit, because if you guys go here and I go here and I like slide off these boxes, now we've got a 3. You guys are fighting here and they are looking at you, and obviously this grenade could have been a problem because you never know with openings what the other team's going to do. But if you guys get their attention, then I can get down here and start fighting as well. And obviously there's a guy mid-stairs that's going to be part of this too. But I just think in this case, like, they just completely get camo for free because we don't have any presence on the map there. But I will say, if you look at the numbers, we can go back to my POV. The good news about the numbers here is we get 2 down off the opening. So I kind of catch a grenade, get that guy weak. I should have played cover a little bit better and actually lived. Nevertheless, we have 2 down, and camo was killed. So immediately that tells me like it's time to get in a zone. And Elite's already doing that, which is great to me. We also see one guy, so there's only one guy kind of unknown on the map. And actually, does JD know where this guy is? So there's only one area of the map that we're not sure about. Also, if you're coming this way, like, just bank a nade at that doorway in case they come there. And I think we're focusing C, but they just didn't go to C at all because they already have C. So yeah, I don't know if you noticed that. It does show on my screen that you at least got shot from that direction, but all good. You're connecting back with Eli. Got a cap. Now, what I don't like, again, Fly's already kind of doing the crossing thing. And in my opinion, like, as soon as they're 2 down, we should be in every zone, or at least in the zones that we don't have. Like, we have numbers advantage. There's no reason for us to be this slow. I also think going this direction, I'm not... Normally the other team may send one person here because there's like this idea to like contest the shock rifle, so I don't have a problem with it, but you are also kind of guaranteeing that you're in an isolated fight from here. But yeah, they're 2 down. Like, I'm not even looking at Elite. I know that he's calling that, but like, grab that shock rifle and hop in the zone. So they're 2 dead. 36 seconds in, 37. We're at 40 now, 41, 42. You don't get in the zone. 43, 44, 45. Oh, they're alive now, and they're capping A. And we just left B completely uncontested for 10 seconds, which we would have already capped. We don't even have C yet, so the entire advantage that we had off the opening, 3-2, is completely wasted because we're just standing here staring at nothing. Like, you've been doing nothing so far. And, like, this is just horrible for me. We'll go back and watch, like, just a bad play for me, too. I think the other thing about not doing setups is that we don't run the risk of them just ignoring our setup and just doing their own thing. Like, we're not just setting and holding crosses and not being involved in the fights. If we're all just running at them, then we have every gun in the fight at all times. There's never a person that's just, setting, doing nothing. But we have to recognize numbers faster. So, like, I spawn here. I should be going towards Eli and JD. Like, this is just simple 3-by-1. There's no reason for me to go to fly. I think the reason that it makes sense in this case is simply because we did not get in B. So I'm like, oh, well, we need to cap B. And I'm like, I'm going to go cap it. And then I just get melted because the guys have already spawned and are shooting at me. So bad play by me to go in the open. I should have went to them. But also, Fly, you just got to get in that zone, man. All right. So now, even though I died, we should also know that they're all in A now. Like, they're capping the zone. Again, I would argue we should be playing for B now. Fly still could be getting in B. I don't like running at the zone that they're at because we're just running into 3 people. But if we do know that they're all in A, Fly's kind of got a pinch here. Like, if Eli and JD go this way and Fly goes that way, like through pipes, like these guys could deal some damage, and then Fly could finish up on it. This is a good turnaround by Eli to fight with JD. I think JD, though, like on the other end of this, you two worked well together here to cap this zone. I got no problem with this. We know that there's a guy bottom A. We get shots. Like, rule of thumb, your teammate's there, just go towards him. And I know you jump and kind of turn, but if Eli's not getting shot at, you're not going to get shot at. So even though you're weak, you guys can just get A. So, like, by the time, if instead of running this direction, you are running here, like, this guy's going to be coming in and looking for you, and you're going to be here, and maybe he gets one shot in your back, but then you can turn the corner. And maybe these guys turn around, but at least you two are together at that point and not separated, because now you're isolated, weak shields. And Eli is now in A solo, and hopefully I spawn with him. I don't spawn with him, which means, again, that they are closer to him than they are to me. And now he's, like, in an isolated fight, and he has to win this fight, and he does, because he's good, which is great. But that's a 50-50 too. It's very possible he just loses that fight and we don't even start scoring. I hate looking in this direction. I'm doing it, which is bad. I think I'm doing it because we're kind of slow right now. Like, we don't have any presence on the map, so there's no way for me to just run at B. We do have a kill, so we're up 4-3 here, but, like, we're just so deep back in C because we had just spawned that we don't really have anything else to do other than sit here and wait until people get further up. And now JD's coming, I'm coming, but I'm, like, hesitating. It's just not good. Like, I've got to, and I think we call it top white, and I'm turning, or top gold, and I'm turning and shoot it. But I need to get in with these guys because now I'm half shield shooting across, which is just a complete waste of time. Obviously, Elite's running for his life. JD's now surrounded by people. I'm going in, but guess what? JD's dead, and now I've got to deal with 2 full shields people. And now Elite's like, oh, well, I'll go deal with the people. And he gets a kill out of it. But we just, traded three lives for 1 there. All because of the, like, hesitation from me and then just kind of mistiming. Like, I should not even be looking that direction. I need to just be getting in with Eli. Or we could stay over there, and Eli's got to be like, well, no one's going to help me, and just, like, go set in this corner. Like, literally, you can just set right here and wait until they touch the zone. Wait till they get almost done, and then just hop up here, punch the guy in the back, let them feel comfortable while all of us are, like, getting space on the other side of the map. Again, not a big setup guy, but in scenarios where you're weak side and you have to rat, that's a good kill, by the way. It's kind of a really dumb life by Mind Freak, but it's a good kill by you. And yeah, Eli sees me go in and he comes in, which is good. It's just unfortunate I get meleeed. But at least Eli was trying to time his fight with me. So while all that was happening, let's see what's going on with Fly here. So, like, we have control right now. We know that one of them's dead. Like, we need to just find some people to run at. And so it's 1:15 now. Like, this whole fight's going on over here. And you could argue that you are weak spied now. I'd almost just set back silo and just not even be in a position where I'm looking out at the map, because we don't want them to see you at this point. If you don't have any help, I would prefer you to just be completely hidden and like just literally setting back here. You could even look blue pipes. You can go set on this box. You can. I like to set like right here and just wait on them to start capping the zone and then come in because they normally start looking in this direction. Let them feel comfortable again to where they're not looking backseat. But the idea is you're putting your body out there to say, hey, come and fight me, please. And it's also 1:15, and now again this whole fight's going on over here, and you've just not shot your gun for like 15 seconds. This is why I don't like holding setups like in Strongholds. Strongholds is the one game mode where we can either wolfpack or go 3x1, but the one should be flanking almost always, like not just setting around because I don't know. It's 20 seconds, which is like 2 full life cycles if we all spawned and respawned, that you haven't even shot your gun. And then you decide it's time to go do something, and like you're really good at the game, and that's why you killed this guy, because you've got a lot of mechanical skill. And you give us an advantage when we had no business having an advantage here, and now we need to get, to running. But it would be nice if that mechanical skill was like in the fight earlier in the match. So I think, let's see here. So I spun and I go this way. I don't think that I called out I'm weak side, but I should have called out I'm weak side here. We have C, and like I'm trying to watch your angles. So this is the kind of time that it's okay to cross, but I think Eli's kind of in a weird spot. He should be with you guys, but also if Eli wants to be weak side, then I need to go with you guys. Like someone has to call out who's on the other side, because we're just being really inefficient here. Like we have numbers. There's no reason we can't throw bodies at a zone or throw bodies at people and have something done. But because we're just taking fights, across the map, I'm looking across the map again, trying to keep people off of you. So there's at least a little purpose of it now. But like as the weak side guy here, there was no reason I couldn't have just flown right at this zone, because you guys are already in glass. It's not like they can set and shoot me from glass, because you guys can run and fight them. And now Eli is kind of looking mid-map. Again, some of this is also call-outs, I get. But now I'm at A by myself. Eli gets a kill. And he's with me now. I did not do a good enough job of riding. I should have just kept my head tucked and let Eli finish this guy. Eli dies as well. Yeah, there's like some hesitation here because he doesn't know, should I go with him or should I go with him? And again, I think after last night's talk, we know 3x1 is what we would prefer. So I'd definitely like you to just get on this box and slide bottom gold stairs to just take a little bit of an alt route, like not hold hands with these two guys because they're already forming like a turret, looking at things together. But if you curb slide and go bottom stairs, then you at least give them a different approach angle. But you're kind of hesitating to go this way, and now you're like, should I go on over here? And then I'm going to go look up this direction because JD dies. But it's not your job at this point to go help him. Like, I think this looks a whole lot better if you just say, well, Fly's dead, and you just get in with me at A. Because you would have gotten into a fight with this guy, which would have distracted him. I could have killed him, and you killed the other guy straight up. So I think we win this 2v2 here and just let our teammates die. And then those two guys in gold have to run at us at A while we're capping A. Get an assist, so not the worst to keep Fly alive either. You get a kill and an assist, so good life for me so far. Oh, and yeah, you're just trying to help me, so you died a little bit before me, which is understandable, but you did a lot in that life, so I'm not complaining about it. Good kill. You just got to get in this doorway, though. You're going to start getting shot in the back, and you even drop off here. So, like, there's no one near A if you just sat in A, and it's hard to know that in-game, but, like, as long as me and Eli were in that fight, you should feel pretty comfortable that there's no one else there. And now you fall off, you die. So I think you could have also been capping there. Was Fly doing during all of this? I know that he died on the... He wins this fight while he's one shot, which is just insane. Alright, and he's kind of taking the alt angle I was talking about that Eli could have been taking with them. Gets a kill. That's a crazy kill. getting your shields back. Like, this is really good life. I'd argue just mess with that guy. Like, you know there's a guy here. Go touch B and then run back. Like, we're distracting them in A. If you touch B, he's going to go look at B from the doorway or from bat ledge, and then you can get in gold. But, again, that's just a little thing. Like, you could just be annoying to this guy and waste his time trying to find you. You also could have straight up won that fight because I know you're good enough, so I'm not going to complain about it. But, and yeah, like, if you're trying to get long haul here, this is fine with me. But I think, oh, well, camo's coming up. I'm not going to say it's weird. We got a kill, too, which is pretty huge. But I think JD died in the process of it. So we're playing for camo. So I'm not going to complain about it. I know that Fly is coming to help me in white. We double team a guy, and we both live, which we'll go look at in a second. And Eli gets a huge kill. So I was going to complain about this play, but with camo coming up, this is actually the perfect play. No complaints. You stop them from getting the power up. What I will complain about, though, is, again, 1, 2 dead. There's 2 guys alive. Like, just get in a zone. Just go fast. I think we're going to get this gap. Yeah, like, it's fine. But, like, we don't need to be standing still. Like, our feet should be moving towards what we don't have at this point. Like, we're just going to let them spawn. Like, we know that guy's there, and I see me and Flyer going in now. But, yeah, there's no reason to set back here. And I guess you can argue at this point, like, they're all up, so it's fine to set back here. But we just got a kill. You just got a ton of damage on a guy long haul. Like, I'm not even thinking. I'm just running out. Like, this is the time that you can actually drop off ACAT and go bottom mid because you're, what, 3-shot, 4-shot? You have plenty of health. You don't have to sit here and watch this cross. Just go. Go before they spawn. And, like, I'm like, hey, let's run at C. And you see I'm running. Eli's fighting across. Fly's turning around. And now I'm trying to kill the guy that Eli was fighting. We do kill him. I'd argue we're also kind of breaking some principles of, like, we're just way too spread out. We're kind of playing a 1-by-1-by-1 by dead right now. Like, one of us is going to get pushed and overwhelmed here. Like, I don't care if they spawn at A or if they spawn gold. Like, either one we can deal with, but, like, getting that zone or just, you know, connecting 2 teammates is better. You get a trade out of it, so it's not the worst thing. I'm curious what Fly did during that time. Actually, let's back up just a little bit. We can back up even further. So, camo's coming up. Fly's looking at camo. He hears me call out. This is great teamwork. If you can keep your teammate alive and give your team advantage, it's worth more than a camo. It's worth more than anything to just keep each other alive. We kill the camo anyways. Fly's here. We kill that guy. And I'm already going. Like, Fly's in the zone. There's no reason for me to be in the zone. And I'm 1-shot, but I see the guy, so I'm shooting. Tell you guys to come on. Yeah, I'm already in B, because, again, I'm not hesitating here. We know where the last guy's at. Sorry, it's Eli that's in B. That's good. We clear the guy out. You get a kill. They're 2 dead. Like, I'm not even thinking. I'm either going straight long haul or I'm going straight to trippy box, as you see. And I'm like flying at C. And we kill him. And now it's great. Like, let them spawn somewhere and go fight. Like, don't stand here and just waste time. Like, go kill this guy. Looking here is, well, number one, because we're so spread out, like, they spawn here, and you don't know that because of that. But if you would have just went C with me, then we can let them spawn here and then run at them. Or you could just run at that guy and fight him head on. These are the cases where I'm completely fine with trading out. Like, we have advantage. We're about to triple cap. Like, as many people as we can keep dead at all times is great, but looking in this direction is not helpful for us at the moment. All right, so we're triple capping. Again, I'm trying to get ahead of the pressure here. Just trying to keep them off of things. Not so concerned about my life, because again, if they're not capping a zone, then they're not doing much. You guys go clear out A. This is perfect. Like we had 30 seconds when this hold started. Now we're already at 100, so we ran off 70 straight seconds, which is more than they had already in the match in this one hold. Still trying to do damage here. I die, but I'm curious what Eli and Fly were up to during this time. So again, not too keen on shooting the crosses. I will say it's okay in the sense that if we're shooting crosses when they don't have zones, then we're keeping them out of the zones. You get an assist here. But yeah, just run at this guy. Like, get on that box, curb slide at him. Like, these are the times that I literally want us to be reckless and just flying forward. Because they are 3 dead right now. You know where the last guy's at. There's no reason to just be slow here. Just go. Worst comes to worst. You die, you do some damage, your teammates will fly at him and kill him. But now they're all spawning C. We know a guy's here. And you see Fly's just holding across. And Eli's holding across. And like you guys were like, hey, you see me? I'm top glass. And Fly's like, yeah, bruh, I see you. You're glass, I'm top A. And like the entire game's going on at C. And then this guy is going to come and get it like a free flank because we're just... What guy? Hang on. There he is. Because we're just wasting time doing nothing on the map. Like, And, like, if Eli just goes fights that guy because he knows where he was at and trades him out, then we know all the people are at C, and Fly should be at C with me and JD fighting, and they can't do anything. It took Eli a while to find this guy, which is understandable. He was setting in a weird spot. You get a trade. It's about the best we can ask for in that case. So, like, we see moments of good stuff like this. Like, you guys are both weaker than that guy, but you win the fight because you're fighting together, which is great. But then we just set still. And other game types, this may be completely fine. I'm telling you, Strongholds, as soon as we get numbers, I want people running at whatever we don't have or whatever they're trying to cap if we have everything. Like, we have numbers and we just... Again, we're going, like, minutes at a time. I assume this is probably like one of the least amount of times that Fly's ever shot in a match because he's just standing so still. And then you get in a piv, taking a cross, and now you're one shot, and because we all died, like, they're running at us, they're not hesitating, and so you're gonna die here, and now our trip cap is gonna be a trip cap for them because of how slow that we were. So I spun up trying to get a perimeter, but there's like nothing that we can do here, right? Like, the only thing that we can do kind of is just fight for each other here. So try to clean up JD's kill. But again, as soon as we get anything to get guns off the map, like, I'm already looking to get in a zone. I think this one was a little too reckless because JD's dead and Fly and Eli weren't spawned yet. But these are the kind of risks that I would prefer us to take in Strongholds, is just being hyper aggressive. Because, like, Eli spawned here, and again, he kind of goes that way and then turns back this way, and then he's like, well, I don't know which way to go. He's grabbed the green gun, which is all fine. Like, I don't have a problem with this, but, like, you two are trapped in pipes, and I'm capping B, which is a mistake on my part, I will admit. Rather than capping the most exposed zone on the map, I should just be in pipes with you guys, and we should be going to A, which would look really good for us right now. And obviously, we have walls at the moment, because we can, you know, in hindsight, this looks a whole lot better than maybe what we thought it would have looked in the game. Also, camo's up, so you can assume that a couple guys are at least playing for that. We have one dead. Like, I have no problem with you and Fly just walking into A and fighting this guy. And then just, like, weird timing. I think Fly tried to hop in and finish the zone that I started, so it's kind of understandable, but it's just, like, poor coordination. Like, I shouldn't be in the zone. I should be going with you guys, and vice versa. Like, Eli should be... Like, you guys either need to pick, hey, we're going A or we're going to fight for this B. Meanwhile, I haven't talked much about JD this game. So JD kind of gets a rough spawn, but we clean up his kill, so that's not a problem. Like with, I know that we talked about not getting in zones when you're solo, but I think in this case, if Fly is fighting for B, you know that they're pushing B, so at least give this guy something to do. But you're also trying to help Fly, so I'm not going to complain. You did a ton of damage here, but now you're one shot. I at least spawn with you, so we should be able to get A, but it's kind of the same thing. Like, now we're spawning, and they're running at us. Like, that guy, he's crossing, but he's at least crossing to what his teammates are running at. And this is also, like, the good thing in the sense that, like, you know how you get out of these trip caps? You have all 4 people alive, and they're all shooting together. Like, look at this. We look like a firing squad or something for a second. I think Fly and me both need to be a little bit quicker on this reaction. Like, as soon as he starts capping A again, like, just help you two guys out, because Eli dies. And I turn around, but Fly's already gone. Like, he's committed to the other fight, and now get that kill, but I don't think we get the other one because the other guy comes behind me. Yeah. Oh, and it's also camo. So it looked good for a second. And we won the first engagement out of that, but then the rest of us were too quick to leave. And like, we're split spawning because, again, they're just putting pressure on top of us. And like, these two are fighting in pipes. We know at least 2 are there, and I know JD goes white. I think me and him both need to just set C here together. Now, remember, there's a point of contention in the map where we kind of talked about this, but like, I really feel like if JD's just here with me, we cap this, and he's trying to cut off this other angle for this guy, but like, you see how close we are right here, and then they show up. If JD's here and this guy, you see their timing is not good either. Like, me and him just aimbot this guy, he's dead. We also capped the zone a little bit faster for both in it. So we would be done with this. We finish this guy off, and if the other guy jumps up, he's going to die too. And who cares about that guy, because he won't be here for a second. And we at least give them something to do, right? We turn some of their tempo away from them, because there's like at least 1 dead, hopefully 2 dead. We trade out 2 for 2, and we cap C, which means that our other spawners, who now are over here with 2 people dead, can now cap A for free while C is capped. But again, we're trying to put pressure on other stuff, but oh, and that's good. It's a good listen, but we're trying to put pressure on the rest of the map, and I can tell you, like, everything out in the middle of the map here, I don't think matters that much. I think I skipped back way too far. Yeah, you guys both die in pipes. Yeah, like, I know there's a mark there, and the world's worst at marking, and I'm not going to tell you not to shoot free damage, but like, as soon as he leaves, like, just get back and fight with Fly. Now, what you do good here is, like, you just turn and kill that guy for Fly, which is awesome. But you see, you're just kind of in a no man's land, and like, Fly dies, you die, and the game is like quickly getting away from us at this point. And like, we're trying to fight here, but they're just running at us, and like, exactly what I'm saying for us to do, like split spawning us and just running at us to where we can never get in anything, is exactly what they're doing at this point. So now we're 2 dead. Fly again is looking into the map, which is not what we want to be doing. We want to play around the perimeters in Strongholds and just fight. Yeah. So like, they kill us at C, you get a kill, then you guys die, and now we spawn, and look, they're just, woo, we're running at them, yay. Like, they're not just setting in these zones, like, they're just running at us too. And like, this isn't, again, you're getting callouts, so understand, but I think we've got to be more selective on callouts, and this is also on me too. Like, I can call that guy out, but unless he's like one shot, there's no use in even trying to fight him from here, right? Like, just get to Eli if you can, because now we're in 2 isolated fights with no zones, and like, they will gladly fight us, even if you kill this guy, like, straight up. Everybody's dead on the map, so what does it matter? They're still scoring 2 points a second while we are fighting a bunch of random stuff. Now JD's looking out in the middle of the map, gets caught crossing, now he's one shot, this guy's gonna chase him down. Yeah, and now I'm one shot. and fly spawns and it's getting collapsed on, and now I'm getting collapsed on again. Now Eli is trying to just like, oh, we got to get in something, which is understandable at this point because they got 240 points. But like, you see how much chaos the last like 5 minutes of this match was since we got the like 114 point run because we were triple capping, and then we kind of slowed down. They went on like a 220 point run after that, just doing exactly what I'm talking about, where they're just running at us and we don't ever have the opportunity to do anything because they're just running. Now, we did manage to get a 3x1. And I guess here's the example that I like to give. Like, you guys are capping B. I'm weak side. I'm not just sitting here. Like, I'm putting damage out into the middle of the map, but I'm also capping his own. Like, we've got numbers here. There's no reason for us not to be, doing something on the map. And at this point, it's so late in the map, I don't even care about camo. In my opinion, in Strongholds at least, camo makes you really slow. Like, you're just walking around the map, and Strongholds is a type of mode that you need to just be flying. I'm not setting at C either. Like, I'm here, fighting, we're capping. This is too much hesitation and too much slow for me, but I think I remember seeing camo here. Yeah, and so like, we just got another 30 points or so, and we're going to get a couple more, but our pace slowed down for a second. We started shooting crosses, like JD's looking in the middle of the map, I'm looking in the middle of the map. Because we're not running at them, we give them the opportunity for all 4 of them to spawn up. And this is going to be the end of the game, because all it takes is for us to lose some fights. Like, yeah, it's a 2-for-1 trade for them. Like, I'm trying to get through mid-map here. And again, I'm not trying to fight for the zone they already have, but in this case, we're all dead, so there's like nothing to do. So, yeah, and that's the game. So hopefully this makes a bunch of sense. I would be glad to pull up some of like my old team's Strongholds games, and we can kind of review like some of our strategies. I would also like to hear everyone else's input on like their strategies, but I promise, like, year 4 Halo Infinite, the way to win Strongholds is to run at people. Like, do not let them breathe. Like, as soon as you get numbers, you should just be putting as much pressure as possible, playing recklessly, taking mid-map routes, not standing still unless you are fighting in the direction of your teammates. Like, I'm never going to tell you not to cover your teammates and keep them alive, but you should not be crossing or just looking for something. If you're looking and you see nothing, you should be going. If we have numbers in Strongholds, live fire or recharge, or lattice, I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. Thanks, guys.